Sensor 116 on lower deck is showing alarm. Ensign Tuvok, please investigate. On my way. See anyone?
No, not yet.
Wow, we are totally not dressed for this.
It's a public museum. They get aliens all the time. Now, how much further?
We're only about halfway there.
But there aren't even artifacts here. Why is it still shielded?
I think there's more exhibits directly above us. Tuvok to control. The sensor has been tripped, and according to the manifest, we are missing an item. I see the manifest, Ensign, scanning for the tracker. Security. We see it, sir. End of this hallway and we should be good. Excuse me.
Hi.
You seem to have an artifact with you.
Wacha!
Right, karate, awesome.
Beam us up!
Oh yeah, sorry. Captain's personal log, stardate 12/16.11. Upon returning to Earth, I usually feel welcomed home. Not so this time. I presented my case well to the temporal board, but I suspect that they are taking a guilty until proven innocent approach. Spock's involvement with the temporal accident at the Vulcan Sanctuary has only served to complicate my case. And, Captain, incoming communique from Lieutenant Shaw, priority channel. Patch it through. Chantal, how have you been? Captain, Jim, I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. News from the temporal board? Temporal board? No. Are you drinking something? Drinking? Sherry. How is this relevant? It's not. What's the bad news? Perhaps I should send this through an official channel. Chantal, what's the bad news? Okay, it seems that someone has reported sexual harassment. Sexual what? Who? I can't say, but Starfleet is holding you responsible. Me? Sexually harassing someone? Please understand, we have some new people here. Admiral Kieweit in particular is cracking down on this sort of thing. He's trying to bring Starfleet into the modern era. What exactly happened? It seems that the women on your ship wear skirts. Right. They feel harassed. They can wear pants if they want, they'd still be in uniform. Perhaps, but they don't, at least not on the Enterprise. They feel socially pressured to wear skirts, and as the captain, you are responsible for the behavior of your crew. I'm sorry to tell you this, Jim, but Admiral Kieweit has decided to PNG you from the Enterprise. PNG as in persona non grata? That's right. Very funny, Chantal. I'm serious. This is ridiculous. They have no authority to do this. It hasn't gone through the proper channels. I'm sorry, Jim. You have till the end of the week to leave the ship. Look, you always knew this might happen. Of all the ships to be accused of harassment, yours would be the one. Now hold on. Jim, calm down. We're doing everything we can over here. You have every right to object, but don't do it angry. Alright. Good, I'll be in touch. Shaw out. Where to, sir? The Mykonos Tavern in Albuquerque. Aye, you caught the Greek bug, did ya? This is the captain speaking. Please be aware, women are not required to wear skirts. That is to say, women may wear pants. Carry on. I wonder what that was all about. Indeed, energize. Honey, dinner! It used to be we were always yelling, Honey, stop playing that game and move this orchid! Honey? What? Honey? What? I could never tell if he heard me. Dinner! Honey? Then we got the Here 12X intercom system. Now we can ask each other the really important questions. Honey, how was work? Honey, did you have lunch today? Honey, do you want Swiss cheddar or blue cheese? It's like he's right there. Honey, the sink is overflowing. You always know he's listening. It's so easy. Honey, did you see my new shoes? Did you like them? I got them on sale. Never yell again. Honey, dinner. The Here 12X one-way intercom system. Highly recommended. Mr. Benedictus, Mr. de Benedictus. Spock? Hey Spock, long time no see. What brings you two here? The food. This place is always my favorite. Always? She spent a fair bit of time in this century recently. Look, we need your help. I cannot help. Now, hear us out. Let me give you some background. Blacker is the only group of people with access to a time machine during the early 21st century. As such, we take it upon ourselves to safeguard the timeline. One of the crucial upcoming historical events for humanity is our meeting with the Vulcans and working with them to further the development of warp core technology. Moles have been keeping tabs on current research at JPL through SURFs for some time now to make sure it's on track, and it looks like there's something wrong with one of the projects. The Beresium coding project. It's gone on track of where it should be in 2011. We need to figure out how to give them a nudge in the right direction. Unfortunately, the lab notebooks from JPL were lost in the earthquake of 2031. Erica and Malvika recently recovered equivalent records from when the Vulcans developed Beresium. Then I fail to see a problem. Well, there are two problems, really. Problem one, we're having trouble with the Vulcan. Yeah, we don't read Vulcan. Foreign languages, not our strong suit. And two, the chemistry. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Fuck chemistry! I mean, it would probably be easier in English, but even so, and the better we understand it, the less obtrusive the nudge is that we can give. I see. Will you help? I will examine this document. However, I will need to think carefully about my decision about whether or not to report my findings to you. Okay, thanks. Yeah, stay for lunch? That would be acceptable. Alright, woo! Having lunch with Spock! This is so cool. He was completely taken in. The lighting worked perfectly. And this resulted in repeating the test battery? Yeah, they're on the right track now. Of all the ridiculous plans, I cannot believe that worked. I know, right? I've been doing some research, and it seems that you moles have, or will develop, a good track record for pulling off equally fantastical plans with surprisingly consistent success. Well, don't tell us what we do next time. It's more fun to figure it out on the fly. It would also be against regulations, which would be unwise with Lieutenant Shaw here. I'm assisting with Captain Kirk's hearing with the Temporal Board. It is my understanding that the board is actually very pleased with the captain's actions, and the concern about temporal violations was raised by someone else, possibly Admiral Kieweit. Did Spock fill you in on the situation? Yeah, he did. It's ridiculous. The people on the Temporal Board are influential, and if we can secure their full support for the captain, then they may be able to encourage Admiral Kieweit to reverse the PNG. That's why I wanted to meet you two, to get a better understanding for time travel done right. Well, if there's anything we can do to help, we are actually somewhat familiar with the PNGing random people phenomena. Let us know, and good luck. Welcome back, Captain. Thank you, Mr. Spock. Have you heard about Captain Lloyd of the Larkspur? Facing disciplinary action for taking the new recruits to breakfast? Yeah, I heard. I must admit to being puzzled by Admiral Kieweit's behavior. I agree. The fact that he seems like he might do anything is a much larger issue than any of the individual cases. But I think Lloyd will be fine. It is fortunate that they reversed your PNG before shore leave was over. You never cease to amaze me, Mr. Spock. Mr. Chekhov, take us out.